Hello, everyone, on this Tuesday morning. Sorry, my voice is a little funky. I am back from vacation, but I'm going to be going out of town again in the middle of this week, so give me just a second. Is my voice so soft that my avatar is not picking it up? Oh, Lord. Give me just a sec. What is going on here? Miss Ma'am. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to try to fix that real quick. If that is the case, that my voice is too soft for my thing to pick up, that's going to be highly unfortunate. I hope that's not the case. We'll see. She might have just glitched. Did I glitch? Probably. Okay, let's try that. That's a little better. Well, if my mouth glitches, I apologize. But anyway, I wanted to get on and spend some time with you guys since I've been gone a whole week and everything. So I wanted to pick something a little unstressful, so I went with the go-to here of the supermarket simulator. Let me turn my stuff up. Oh man, oops, that is too loud. Pardon? Okay, there we go. But I wanted something not too stressful. Come and hang out with you guys for a little bit, and we can do some stocking. But we did have a vacation, as you can tell. I brought a cold back with me. I feel super terrible because I'm pretty sure I gave it to Prometheus and Spirit. Okay, we're not out of that. But we did have a good time. But we are definitely in the throes of like post vacation of like, oh man, I'm so tired now. It was a stressful time. And since we drove so long, it was very much like, um, we are never going to get here. But we had a good time, got a little sunburned. I did anyway. Still trying to do calculations to figure out like what I spent and where. Cause I'm just like, wait a second, that doesn't seem right. So, but I hope everyone had a good time and had some fun times while we were gone, and now we're back to kind of regular schedule. Like I said, I'll be out of town from Wednesday for the rest of this week. I won't be back until next Monday. So I'll probably try to do what I've done today again and maybe stream on Tuesday, because I imagine when I get back I will be busy. Oh yeah, I forgot this stuff. Whoops. Is any of this out? That's almost out. Okay. I always forget that I have stuff there. Let them stock for a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh, but I'm so happy. As nice as Florida was, I'm so happy to be back in our neck of the woods where hopefully, soon the fall temperatures will truly start. I know we've gotten little smatterings here and there, but it seems like the warm temperatures are trying to hold on with a vengeance. They're trying to like stay and linger, and it's like, ma'am and or sir, it is almost November. I would really like to have some fall before we just go straight into winter, which is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid we're just gonna go straight into wintertime, which I do not want. That is the bad thing about fall. It's one of my favorite like temperature seasons with spring, but it seems like it gets skipped a lot of the time. And we were so happy to see when we went down from vacation, since it was like, what, 4 days after that hurricane hit? They were in surprisingly good looking condition and spirits, which is great. Everything looked very nice down there. Georgia definitely needs some more help, though. We noticed that when we were driving through. Florida's real cleaned up. You don't see a lot of damage, at least in the area we were in. But when we were going through Florida, on the way down and the way back, there's still a lot of downed trees and stuff. So you can definitely tell that Florida got way more assistance with that than Georgia did. Whoops. Stock my minions. See if we can make some more monies. I'm trying to think of something to do for dinner because I didn't cook yesterday. I bailed. We got something. And tonight I'm just like, I need to cook something probably and get back into the groove. But I don't want to stand in front of a stove. Because I don't know about anybody else, but, if you've had like a week or so ish where you've like been walking for extended periods. My hubby and I had to break down and use scooters a couple days in the park like towards the end because we just physically couldn't do it anymore. But and they look better now. But when I say that both of my ankles were like swollen to twice the size that they normally are, yeah. So I kind of want to give my feet a break. Um, and not stand for any significant period of time for another couple days, and then I'll try to get back to normal. But just trying to think of something to do like in the crock pot or something. Think I'm probably going to do like a pot roast or something like that because that's relatively simple and I can just let it cook itself as opposed to me having to stand over it. How we doing? Let's see. Still got a few boxes. Okay. They're getting it stocked. But yeah, and I think Spirit had the same. I can't remember if it was both of her ankles or one, but she had an ankle that was swelled up too and all that. And I also think, I'm not sure. I don't think it was an allergic reaction, but like an irritation maybe. But we got sunscreen that we took with us, um, that we bought from Walmart. I think it was Walmart store brand if I remember correctly. And I've been like, I was itchy. Like I think it was making me itch all over. And I'm still kind of itchy, but it's less severe now that I'm not putting that on every day. But but we had a fun time. Oh man. I can still see that my mouth's not moving appropriately. Sorry about that. It's gotta be me not being as loud, I would assume. But I'm trying not to turn it up too loud. I don't want to overwhelm anybody's ears accidentally. Get stacked. Gosh, I can't believe it's almost. It was weird. It felt weird enough to go on vacation in October, but I can't believe it's almost November already. Like this year itself went by super quick, and I'm so thankful to just so it can get the proper attention. I'm so thankful that my friend like moved her wedding to next year because otherwise, not this week but next week, we'd have to go to Louisiana, and I'm so happy not to have to do that for the moment. And then next year, if we happen to go on a vacation, we'll just have to chunk it out a little closer, which, not to say that I would prefer to go on vacation in the summertime per se, but I guess it depends on where we're going for vacation. But might try to do, might have to be summer this year maybe, just so there's a little break in between. Okay. Oh, I think they finished. Okay, perfect. Alright, we've got some stock of everything. Let's go ahead and open. Get some stuff sold here. I didn't quite fill everything as much as usual, but that's okay. I just want to get some stuff on the shelves. I need to keep working on my checkouts so I can get a third cashier, but I do not trust my ability to do math at the moment, so we're just gonna stand here for decoration. Oh yeah, and I have to remember the self-checkout can break down. Or whatever that is that happens over there. Oh geez, bunch of people in here now. My goodness. Buy the stuff. I know I need to do like a new product thing or I need to expand. I need to pick, I guess, which one I'd like to do. Per se. We're getting to the point in playing this game where everything's so expensive. It's like, I need to rack up some monies. Our kitties were so happy to see us the last two nights, because we got back like Sunday evening, um, I think it was like by the time we got back to the house after we unloaded Spirit and everyone, I think it was like 7 something o'clock on Sunday. And they were happy to see us. They've all been, not that they don't sleep with us on a regular basis, but they have all been cuddling in our beds the last couple nights. Because usually they don't all, if they do sleep in the bed with us at night, it's not all at the same time. It'll be like maybe two or three, or maybe just two or whatever. The last couple nights, it's been all of them just snuggling because they're just like, "You're back." I did miss them. I missed petting kitties for a week. Hmm. Da, 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 da. Oh yes, we're finally out of dishwasher tablets. Okay, excellent. It was a very stressful time getting down to Florida, I will say. We had, which kind of bugs me, because we literally took it to an auto shop like a few days before we left. But we had some relatively serious car trouble. We so we tried to do when we were driving down. We did 10 hours that first day was the goal, and we were supposed to stop in I don't remember what town, some town just past Atlanta, and we had like 2 hours left of our drive, and we were making a scheduled stop at a gas station, and we're waiting at the stoplight to turn, and we saw smoke, and at first we didn't think it was us, and then we realized it was. And then as we're pulling into the gas station to get into like the gas up parking spot, whatever you want to call it, we heard like this thunking sound, and then all the power steering went off. It's like, oh no. So we pull up, and I think at that time, I don't remember what time it was, 9 o'clock maybe, and a belt in my car had broken. It's like, oh, that's great. And a lovely Samaritan drove my husband down the road to the auto zone that was still open. We got a new belt. We got the tool to put it on. Um, but in the meantime, we were still looking to try to find maybe someone that would come help us because Prometheus and Spirit's husband know a little bit about cars, but they've never replaced stuff like that. Um, so finally, between Spirit and I, we found this mechanic guy that was like 40 minutes away that drove down to help us. And we had the belt and we had the tool. And he gets there, and turns out that the reason the belt broke was because another part broke. So, um, luckily, he was a very lovely guy. And not only did he take Spirit's husband back to the store to get the part, he then also fixed that part for us too. So, this, what was supposed to be an easy job, turned into something way bigger. And this man was so lovely. He fixed both those parts in our car in the gas station parking lot, jumped us because we had to at that point because the battery was, pooted out because of the everything that had happened. And then not only that, but texted us later, texted Spirit's phone because that's whose number he had later, to make sure that we got where we were going okay. Stand up guy, because we thought we were going to be in so much trouble because we didn't want to get the car towed because obviously we needed it. And um, I'm glad that we called him because we thought, it was just that one part that broke. And, you know, if we had Prometheus and Spirit's husband change that part, we would have still been in trouble because that other part was broken. So it probably would have broken that part again. So it was a mess, y'all. And then by the time we got to our hotel, it was like midnight or something. It was terrible. It was very stressful. And I felt so bad because it was my car. And I was so upset because here I am um, with me and my husband. And then Spirit and her husband and their two kiddos were in the car with us. So I'm thankful that like it didn't poot out in the middle of the highway when we were driving, but I felt so bad because, you know, I specifically because my car was the only one big enough to fit everyone. So that we had to take my car if we didn't rent one. And I felt so bad that my car had this problem. And I was so angry because it's like I took the car to be checked and we literally told them, look over the car and see if anything, might be an issue. And granted, you could argue in this situation that nothing looked like an issue before the stuff had broken, but at the same time, though, the mechanic that helped us, he said what happened was a very common problem with my model car. And so I would think any reputable mechanic would kind of know of common problems in certain cars. I don't know. But it just upset me that not only had it been at a mechanic shop like once but twice in the few days before we left. And no one had said that there might be an issue there. And like I said, it might have not looked like an issue, but yeah, it sucked. Not a fun time, do not recommend. Which luckily, when he was under there fixing it, he did say everything else looked to be in relatively good condition, so that's good. So at least I won't hopefully have to worry about anything else happening. And I hate to say this about that, because not that I want to scare anyone, but I'm kind of thankful if something like that broke, it wasn't when I was driving somewhere alone in my car and possibly couldn't have gotten help, because I wouldn't have known what to do. I know zero about cars. Absolutely zero. So that would have been a problem. Man, they like the fries. My goodness. But but yeah, I felt so terrible that happened. Um, and now I'm definitely gonna have to. I gotta get Spirit some cash as well because she came in the clutch because like we were carrying cash, but we needed to pay the guy, the mechanic, and I had some cash on me, but not enough. And thankfully, she was carrying some. So shout out to Spirit there for that one. Because unfortunately for us, when it turned out it was the other part, which it wasn't terrible, I don't remember the exact amounts, but he only charged us like $30 more than what he had quoted to just fix the one part, which was very nice of him because he was a very stand up guy. Because he could have charged us a ridiculous amount because he kind of had us over barrel because what else were we going to do? You know, we were in the middle of nowhere. There was no one else that could help us, so we were basically at the mercy of this gentleman, and he was very lovely. But yeah, that was eventful. It was terrible. I'm still mad about it. but uh, but we made it. So he fixed the car good because it's driven wonderfully since he did that. So, oh man. Speaking of that, I need to clean out my car. There's a little bit of trash left in it still, not too bad. Considering we had two kids in the car, it was actually relatively clean. But but yeah, my goodness. 'Twas an adventure. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out my math because I'm looking at my account. I'm like, did I spend that much money? I don't feel like that's right, but it's hard to tell. Da, 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 da. Oh, I forgot the stuff in the middle again. Didn't I? Did I forget the stuff in the middle? I can't remember if I scanned this stuff. I feel like I maybe didn't. Let me just. Worst case scenario, if I did, there will be extra. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and help them with some stuff. Get this going a little quicker. I'm both ready and not ready to go back to work tomorrow. Which luckily I have a desk job and I don't hate my job, so that's great. Um, but I feel like that's how everyone feels when you come back from vacation. You're just like, oh man, I gotta go back to all my regularly scheduled activities. I'm just thankful too that we had a couple extra days off because it has really helped. I'm glad I was able to, which I wish I could have done more, but I'm glad I was able to do the walking that I did do though because um, I do have, which is unfortunate for me, but it makes it painful for me to walk an extended period of time. But I don't have any arches in my feet, so therefore I can't really do long distance walking for long periods of time. It really hurts me, like more than the average person. But I did my best to keep up. I felt so bad one night of our vacation because we had a dinner reservation and we were super late. And it was definitely probably more my fault than anyone else's, and I felt so bad. Um, Luckily, they were able to accommodate, and they took us a little later, because I would have felt really bad otherwise, because it was a reservation that Spirit really wanted to go to, and I felt so bad that we might lose it because of me. So I'm thankful that didn't happen, but yeah, I unfortunately, and I am a little bit of a bigger person, as I've said before. However, even if I lost weight, which I want to do, don't get me wrong, um, that would not really alleviate my problem because that will not fix my arches. That won't give me arches in my feet. And even if I put in insoles, which I do wear, I was wearing double insoles actually for this trip. Even if I have insoles that kind of like fake an arch, if you will, I don't actually have one, so it's not the same. Um, So that helped a little bit. I'm gonna credit the double insoles for me being able to walk as long as I could. But yeah, my husband and I unfortunately had to do scooters the last couple days of the trip because just physically could not do it anymore. And I wish my husband had gotten to ride more stuff. Um, but the wait times, man, because and people, I don't think people that don't have a problem with that think about that. But not only the walking, but then if it's like a really popular ride, the stamina you have to stand there in line and wait for it. Um, it's difficult. So I would say we still had fun, but yeah. But it was nice to experience, you know. Um, because as I've said, I had never been to Disney as a child. So it was nice to go and experience that. And another good thing and or bad thing too when you do that as an adult is that you have your own money, so you can buy whatever you want. This is the okay. I did accidentally buy extra basmati rice. Whoopsie. Okay, and then that's going in the stock room. Okay, so he's got everything stocked. Wonderful. Okay, got a little more product, but yeah, it was a fun time. But as awesome as vacation is, it's also nice to be in the comfort of your own home when you get back. Oh, pardon me. My goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check my audio stuff because I can see that I'm talking to you guys, but it's not as clear as usual. Oh man. And I think I'll have to check, but I don't think I uploaded the last stream that we did with you guys before I went on vacation. I think there's one missing from the YouTube. I'll have to investigate. But and I need to go and put gas in my car today. Which is unfortunate because that means I have to leave the house at least once today. We had to do that yesterday too because yesterday we had to gas up hubby's car, and since I ordered dinner, we had to get dinner. Um, and now today I'm like, oh, I gotta go gas up my car now since I have to use it tomorrow. That is unfortunate planning too on my part. The first day I go back to work is also the day I then have to turn around and drive somewhere after work again. At least this time it's only an hour and a half drive though, so that's lovely. Not 10 hours. All right. Sorry, I'm leaning a bit far over than I usually do. I'm like leaning on one of my arms. Ugh. Also, the lag you get when you come back from vacation is no joke. Because we don't have jet lag or anything like that. Like the time zone change we went through was only an hour. It's but how tired I feel, even though we've had like 3 decent nights of sleep since we got back, counting last night. Um, or I'm sorry, 2 decent nights of sleep. I'm still just like I feel so exhausted. But you don't want to like sleep all day because you're like, well, I'm still on vacation. I know I can do what I want, but you want to be kind of productive. I was able to. Oh, what I do like about vacation though is that if you're someone like me who has like a schedule where you just even on the weekend you just can't sleep in for the life of you because your brain's like no. When I go on vacation, I'm able to. That's when my brain's finally like, okay, you're off a consecutive number of days. I'm gonna let you sleep in a couple hours. Because I've consistently, almost the entire vacation, been able to sleep in till like 8 or 9. Hopefully, I get up on time tomorrow. That's gonna be a change. Which, technically, if I wanted to, I could start work at 8 o'clock. I don't have to start as early as I do. But I do it to get off early in the afternoon. So, that is the toss up. Would I rather sleep in later but then get off later, or just suck it up and get up early and get off earlier? So, I'm sure I'm going to grumble tomorrow when I get up for work. And also with my work, since it's going towards the end of the year, it's a lot more hectic and all that, so it's something else. Yeah, there should be backstock of some of this stuff, not all of it. All these people needing help at the self checkout. My goodness. I really want to know what the problem is because it doesn't appear that the self checkouts are broken down. So I just find myself thinking, like, why do we need assistance? Every time. Yes, yes, we're out of chicken. Darn the chicken. Speaking of cooking, too, I which Spirit didn't buy any because I think she's planning to get all of it. But I did find some stuff for my kitchen that I got for Disney. I bought, which she'll probably borrow them till she gets her own, but I got some cookie cutters. I got a set of ceramic measuring cups. I gotta find another place for my measuring cups because I have them in a drawer right now, but I have like three hodgepodge sets of measuring cups, four now if you count the ones I just bought. So I need to find a place for those. But I wanted some because I had a plastic one a little while ago that I accidentally set on a burner that was still hot and it melted, obviously. So I was like, I need something that won't melt if it accidentally gets set on the burner. But I got those, and then I got one of those oil drizzlers because I like using those on hand for cooking, but I have like a cheapy Dollar Tree one, and it sucks. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say it like it is. It's a horrible oil drizzler. I hate it. It's very messy because it like leaks and stuff. And so yeah, I bought a slightly fancier one at Disney. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry, I had to wipe my eye. Okay. Finish the day. Not too bad. Okay. Get out our little skinny tablet. Just the pizza. Yeah. Bottled water. Still got yogurt. That's apple juice. We'll get one of those. What's this? Orange juice. I do like that too because I can actually see the product pictures. Because sometimes I remember putting tags up and just being like, I don't know what that is. Cannot tell. We finally ran out of bread. Yeah, that is so much nicer than it used to be. Such a smooth process now. Oh man. As I sit here and try to think of foodstuffs in my head. I also need to unload the dishwasher real quick, probably, so that I can put stuff in there. Looks like they still got quite a few boxes. I'm gonna make myself a little useful. Try to anyway. Oh my gosh, it annoys me how sleepy I feel as if I haven't slept. It's like, why? Why are you sleepy, brain? I had downloaded like a new game that I was going to try to play, but I did like the tutorial and the controls are hella wonky and complicated. So I was like, no. You know what makes me sad? There's this one game, and I don't know what determines, like, you know how you have the Xbox app on PC for gaming? I don't know what determines how they decide, like, what games are allowed to be on there as PC games and what aren't. But there's this one game of mine that I love. It's like a chef simulator game. And I was playing it again last night, and I was like, oh, I forgot how much I like this game. I wonder if I can play it for stream on the computer. And I go and look, and it's not in the Xbox app. I'm like, well, that's great. I don't understand why, but it's not. They have that same game on Steam, but not only would it require me to start over, but it would require me to, like, purchase it. So I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. And I do have the equipment somewhere to jerry rig, like, console streaming, but I don't know. I almost bought it again just to be able to play it. But but yeah, I wonder what Xbox uses to determine, like, what gets to be a PC game and what doesn't. Because it's clearly not like the control mechanisms or anything like that. So, I very much wonder how they make that determination. But yeah, and I will say, like, the price was a factor too. Because if they'd been selling that game on Steam and it was, like, fairly cheap, to me anyway, what I consider cheap, I'd been like, whatever, I'll start over. But maybe I'll keep an eye on it, and if it goes on sale, I'll rebuy it on Steam so I can play it with you guys. I hate starting over, but I can do it. It wasn't that bad, but yeah. Oh, gotta remember to watch the self checkout over there in case anyone has any issues. Because we do not want that. Oh, I feel like once I do make the store bigger, I need to rearrange again, probably. Probably, probably. Ah, nope. Bloop, bloop. There you go, sir. Turn the light on in here. All right. Ah, they're restocking stuff. Oh, of course. Of course, someone would need help with the self checkout. With one item, apparently. Pardon me. Man, even though taking naps is like a normal thing for me, I'm trying my best not to take one today. I make no promises, but I'm trying. just because I feel like it would make me sleep better. My goodness me. Jesus, woman. She must have bought a lot. It's taking him forever to check her out. Golly. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, I know it's been, well, not kind of short. I usually stream around an hour or something, but feels like it's been quick today. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys for the day. Like I said, I'm trying to get back to normally scheduled programming. My plan is to probably stream next week on Tuesday instead of Monday, and obviously I won't be here this weekend. Um, but we should be back to regular schedule for the moment after that, because obviously the holidays are coming, so it'll be a little different, but we'll see when we get there. So I'm going to let you guys go for the day. I hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.